Morning, Lee. Bear with me 1 second, mate. We've had a bit of a problem this morning. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I've had to come into the office because we've lost the signal out in the. Let's try again. Good morning. 1 second. Bear with me 1 second because it's important. This is what happens in life, and it's what happens when you want things to go well and it doesn't go well because. Good morning, Rob Fry. It's simply because a technical difficulty. Bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to get something. Just bear with me. I'm going to go and get my suction cup and something else. 1 sec. Okay, I'm back. Here I am. Good morning. Here we are, 7 live viewers. You'll get me now. I was going to retrieve these because we set up in the garage this morning, which is the studio. And I'll tell you, I'll be totally honest with you, what we've actually got, and we never set it up this morning because we were so busy. There's so much to do. We've got the Ethernet cable. We've got the hard cable. Bad week, fella, I feel. No, it's every week's always a good week. There's never a bad day. There's never a bad week. We always turn a negative into a positive. There's the Ethernet cable that we're going to fit into the studio, so we'll be able to sort of get a better signal. We are endeavouring to sort it out. I think on the 29th of June, Andy Kellum is coming down to see us, and he's going to set this up. But anyway, without any further ado, welcome to Saturday Morning Live with Johnyboy. It's about the consumer, the contractor, anything landscaping, anything else that you want to talk about. Couldn't make it up. No, you couldn't make it up. That's how it goes. Well, look, listen. Many thanks for joining. We've got 8 live viewers. It's Saturday Morning Live. We've got 2 likes. Remember, as you join the live stream, just pass a comment, just say hello. It's common courtesy just to pass the day with someone. We've got 2 likes. Let's get it up to 12. We've got 12 live viewers this morning. Well, look, this is what we were giving away the other week. While I was personally giving away, Ruby isn't giving this away. Richard Dow, there he is. Good morning, Richard. How's it going, bud? We had a technical difficulty. Philip James on there. We're going to be giving this away today. We're going to announce the winner of this Ruby suction cup at the end of the show. We'll leave it there so you can actually see it. It's like a bit of a teaser, isn't it? Like, you know. And of course, as usual, what we're going to be doing, depending on what the reactions are on this live stream this morning, we're going to be giving away. This channel is not about giving away. I don't do it all the time. But the thing is, at the moment, I can afford to. There we are. We've got a nice August set there. Look at those long ones. Look at absolutely fantastic. We're not messing around today. So I'll get some water in a minute. I've just realised something. I get more and more handsome every day. That's going to annoy somebody, but I've just looked now. I'm looking at myself, and if egos ever come into it, it was right this very moment. There we are. Rob Green says, morning, recently found your channel because I'm attempting to DIY our backyard. Love your work. Well, listen, bud, Rob Green, thanks very much for joining. We're going to be giving this August set away at the end. We won't announce the winner of it, but we'll announce the winner the following week. So we've got this Vont August set. You can go on and say, oh, look at that. Absolutely fantastic. We'll give that away next week. We've picked our winner from last week. Great looking set there, says Lee. He's on it again, isn't he? Fair play. Yeah, it is a great looking set. Look at that. Should we just try and leave it over here so you can actually see it? Just pile it there. It's in the background. That ain't going to hurt. There we are. It's like being back on the markets again, like when I was a kid. That's where I started out. On your handsome chappy, JB. Yeah, I am. Your eyesight goes as you get older. Well, it all goes as you get older, doesn't it? Like, you know, but this morning, I'll tell you now, while we're on that subject, Philip James, for many years, I've always stayed reasonably fit, well, very fit. In fact, when you actually think of the work that I'm actually doing on a day-to-day basis, it's always physical every day. There's lots of digging. There's lots of, you know, a lot of manual work, which does keep you in good shape. The only thing we got to try and do is keep our muscles loose and easy, you know, and that's what it's about. So before this show this morning, I actually went through a process of doing some yoga, and it's working for me so much. It really is. I mean, it's making me feel so different, just sort of loosen up and getting those muscles going again, because we shorten our muscles when we're in work on a regular basis. And you think, for me, 38 years of doing this now, and it's not good. Well, actually, it's a little bit more than that, to be honest, if we look back. Richard Dowd said, I learned so much from JB, Rob Green, helping me to know what to want doing in my garden and drive. Richard Dowd, I'm always here for you, mate. I'm always here for anybody that needs some support. Andy Curry's joined us this morning as well, just looking through the list of regular viewers to this. You know, this channel is nothing without you. It's nothing without you, without a doubt. I got a TikTok notification. How many of you guys are actually on TikTok and go on there and have a look? Is it any good? What do you actually think of it? I'd like to get to know your thoughts this morning. Keep piling those opinions and comments coming through. I've been plagued with chronic shoulder and elbow pain this week, guys. Not good. Not good at all. You need to loosen up. You need to get the muscles going. This is not a yoga channel, but I think it's so important to tell you what I do to get myself going during the day. And certainly I do feel $1 million. Alison downloaded an app for me, and the app, I get out there on the drive, or even if I'm in work, during the day in work, when I get out the van, we've got a long journey we're traveling at the moment. Sat in the van is not good, and in those prolonged positions, that's what it's about, being in those positions for such a long time. It's good to keep. I want to talk to you, but I want to just also read some of the comments as we go, so everybody knows what's going on, and I can read it out. You don't all have to read it. Lee Martin says he's been plagued with chronic shoulder and elbow pain this week. It's because we're getting older, Lee. That's what it is. But we got to keep going. Steve says you haven't got a spare whacker plate. Mine blew up yesterday. I have got one here, Steve, but I'm not driving all the way down there to bring you a whacker plate down. And it's that electric one, that Bell compactor, right? And it's a bit more lightweight. I think you need something a little bit more heavy. You're welcome to it. If you want to come down and borrow it, you can. It's a 110. Philip James says your experience has been invaluable. Checking the contractor I took on, who just finished our porcelain patio. Phil, we want to see a picture of it. We want to see how you're getting on this morning. Yeah, I'll probably get a bottle of water at the moment because my throat is absolutely dry at the moment. So Phil, we want to see some pictures. Listen, don't forget, anything as we go, drop me an email now, because I can look at those pictures as we go. If you've got any problems with your project, if you're a consumer or a contractor and you're having issues, if I can help, and if I can't, I'll try and point you in the right direction. So you can email me this morning if you've got some pictures of some stuff you want me to have a look at, and we can actually discuss it. Don't forget, Mike, as you join this live stream, you need to say who you are, where you're from, and what you're doing today. We want to know all about you, and certainly the group wants to know all about you. We're building a community. It's incredible the amounts of people that come into this live stream and go. With the last count last week, there was 300 people. There are certainly at the moment there's 15 people joining this live stream. It'd be nice to get a few more likes on here. Kev Wood says Kev Wood's Workshop says, morning, Johnyboy. I hope it's all well. Yes, it is, Kev. How are you doing? What's happening where you are today? I want to know what's going on. And if you guys, you work all week and you get to the weekend, even the consumer is working all week as well. You get to the weekend and we have these inclement weather conditions yet again. I was talking to a guy in Ireland the other day that I counted there's 15 days of rain on average in the UK a year, whereas in Ireland, they have over 250 days of inclement weather conditions. I wonder if Rodney be joining us this morning all the way from America. Lots of comments coming in this morning. This is what we want. This is what it's about. It's not about the numbers of the viewers on here, but I want your interaction. I want to see what you have to say this morning and what you're doing, where you are. I want your opinions. And if you're a consumer, I want your opinions as well. Phil James says, your experience, I'll read it again, has been invaluable checking the contractor who I look on, who has just finished. I'm trying to get the words at the moment. Phil, we want to see, drop us an email this morning if we can see some pictures of your work. If you can do it, it's info@greentoplandscapes.co.uk. I think we got a caller coming in this morning. I think he may be calling soon. I'm not sure what the time is at the moment. Let's have a look. There we are. Yeah, he should have called in by now, but he hasn't called. Maybe he's just running a little bit late because of the show that's going on. He can't locate it. Richard Dowd says, well, these hard-working MPs think you can keep doing the job no longer and longer retirement, soon be 75. Yeah, Rich, I think it's absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? Like, you know, I think there definitely comes the time when we got to say enough is enough, isn't it? Right, you know? I think we can keep moving and keep doing things, but I don't know. I think... Richard Dowd, Tammy, you know, the MPs, if I can still keep going, if I can still keep moving, if I can keep doing stuff. I was talking to my old boss the other week, John Norman, up there in Malden in Essex. I think John's 68 now, and without doubt, he's still going now, and he wants to keep going. He can still do it. And the thing is, even if he can't do it physically as much as he used to, right? Why can't he be involved in a consultancy role at least, because his years of experience is so valuable? 23 live viewers, but only 10 likes. Come on guys, get these people to start liking this morning. Andy Isaacs joined us. Good morning, Andy. How's it going, bud? Good to see you. You're becoming a bit of a regular on here at the moment, making sure I'm not missing anything. Let's look down now. Lee says, highlight of my week for me, JB, Saturday morning live with JB, without a doubt. Well, you need to stay into the end, Lee, because you need to see who is the winner of this Suction Cup. It's great when you guys join, and I want to give something back. So this morning we're giving away that Auger set. It's a Vaunt Auger set. I'm going to give it away, but next week we'll announce the winner. But this week we'll announce the winner of this Suction Cup. Thank you all for joining this morning. Steve, Sick of Lies, says, I know I'm buying a new one, mate, this coming week. I want to know what you're buying. Compactor plates, whacker plates, plate compactors, what do you call them? I got told off once for calling a compactor plate a whacker plate because it wasn't the brand. The whacker plate is a whacker plate. It's the brand in itself. Andy Isaac says, we all spend money on the best tools, but we neglect ourselves. Regular sports massages are good quality work boots. Do you know, Andy Isaac, I totally agree with you, mate. Those sports massages are absolutely unbelievable. It gets you going, gets your muscles going, and gets you moving. That's what we need to do. We have that build-up of lactic acid. I am not a physiotherapist. I am not a sports masseuse. But what I do know is what I know. And I know that when you get those muscles going again, that's what you need to do, because it causes all sorts of other problems. Yeah, we got a caller coming in, and the caller shouldn't be calling in because I'm on a live feed. There we are. So we'll just ignore that. We'll message that now. There we go. There we go. Rob Fry's give me a big thumbs up. Adrian Bailey's joined us. Good morning. I'm trying to keep up with this. There's so many comments. Come on, guys, keep those comments coming in because it feeds me. It helps me to try and speak to you. Block paved drive today, says Steve. Are you working a Saturday, mate? What's the weather like? Are you driving those boys on? I hope you're buying them a good breakfast today and some food to make sure that they've got their nutrients in and they can actually do it. Liam... Steve, tell me what the name is. I know it was Liam and the other guy, and I can't remember. There's so many names I have to remember. Phil James says, pouring with rain here now in the Midlands. It's been a nightmare. We've had a terrible summer. This year has been absolutely awful. We don't have the best of summers anyway, but the rain is a pain. We've had next to no rain this year in Milton Keynes. Being lucky, says Steve. Lee says, always stay to the end, JB. Thanks, bud. I really appreciate it. The thing I want to talk about this morning, before I start reading everybody else's comments, I'm going to read those in just a sec. Let me read now. Adrian Bailey says, quick visit Just turned up to my girlfriend's in Blackpool. Catch up soon. No worries, Adrian. You could have told us what your girlfriend's name is. We needed to know who she was. Smash that thumbs up button, says Lee. Boys and girls. Yeah, absolutely. Sick Little Sly says Ben Mates. Ben, Liam and Ben. Really appreciate it. Hey, Liam and Ben, if you're watching this morning, just do a good job. If you're going to do a job, the story is do a good job. Richard Dowd says, I wanted to buy a DIY scaffold tower for the rendering. I can't reach. I got it then for future work like painting and pointing. Yeah, I think, how many times do we actually buy tools and we may not necessarily use them on a regular basis? But what is that regular basis? Is it once a year if we're doing maintenance on our house, or once a week? But that is a good point what Richard Dowd say. I think that using a tower unit, and you can get it nice and safe and get to the parts. I know that on this side of the house we've got a bit of a moss building up on the tiles, and moss can be really detrimental because when it gets wet it freezes and it gets down into the tile and it expands, and it can start having a detrimental effect on your tiles. And I'm actually thinking about getting a tower unit so I can actually maintain my roof space. These are the parts that we don't see on a regular basis. Richard Dow, Rob Green says, my yard has a slope and I want to level one side for some brick beds. Render finished, assuming this will mean a retaining wall concept. Would you have any advice? Rob, I think it's always difficult talking about exactly what you need on a live stream. Let me just have a look at it now just for a sec. One side, rendered finished, assuming that means, yeah, I think the thing that you got to watch there, Rob, and listen, Rob, I'm always here available to talk to. If you want to give me a call after this live stream, that'd be no problem at all. But the thing you got to think about, if you're going to put the retaining wall on the one side then render it, you actually got to think about the damp that could get against that wall. So I would think some sort of linear drainage system that runs parallel down the side to ensure that that wall doesn't get wet. It's not a good thing at all. So if you want to speak to me about that, if anybody else has got any advice for Rob on that, let me just read what he says. My yard has a slope and I want to level one side for some brick beds. Render finished, assuming this will mean a retaining wall concept. Would you have any advice? I just think you've got to think about the water. If you've got a slope and you've got the drive going down and it's sitting that wall, you've got to think, you try and keep the water off that wall, and to try and create some sort of linear system of some sort. If you want to speak to me about that, Rob, just give us a call on 07795 595 994. 07795 595 904. I lost it then for a moment. Paul Goodchild says, Mum is using a Hoover vac and she said, can hear you, and she can hear it. And said, can you hear it? No, I can't hear it. I can't hear it, Paul. I can't hear your mum's vac. What's she doing? Morning, Gary Walker from Belfast. It's great when people say who they are, where they're from. I absolutely love the folk in Northern Ireland. They are really, really down to earth. I was out there in Tobermoor recently, and some of the people that I met in Magherafelt and some of the guys from the outer area, Sperrin Paving. If you're looking for a contractor out there, all I know is there's Arc Gardening Services. Richard, sorry about the noise in the background. It's not me, it is the dogs, I can assure you. But I had a great time in Northern Ireland, so it's good morning to you, Gary Walker, all the way from Belfast. Good to have you on here. Paul Goodchild tells us that his mum is using the vac. Listen, what we need now, guys, we need a topic of conversation. We need to keep this going. Aaron Taylor says, morning, Johnny. Did you get my message of resharpening your diamond blade? Yes, I did. I am told, Aaron, that if you're using a blade and people say to run it through sandstone, but it's no good running it, apparently, I've been told by some of the Ruby reps, is that people's asking now, why would we run our blades that we've been cutting porcelain through in a different material? But what it does, it apparently, and I've been told this, and I think it does work, they have little stones as well you can get off Ruby. it cleans the binding between the diamond on the blade. It cleans the binding out, and when it cleans the binding out, the blade can start cutting again. So it's so important that you do this on a regular basis, but apparently not to use Indian sandstone because it is a harder product. Apparently, that's what I'm told. It's all apparent, okay? And but we need to learn and live. So Aaron Taylor, yeah, you know, if you want to speak to me after a game, I'll give you my number. My number is 07795 595 994. Lee, good morning, Johnyboy. He says, good morning, Lee, how's it going? Steve says, press the like button, people. JB needs as many friends as he can. Yeah, I do. Do you know, Steve, I always wonder with all the work that I do, you know, this channel is monetized, but as a live stream, I actually earn nothing from it. Saturday morning, I massively enjoy coming on here, and if I can help somebody, I get a good feeling. I get a kick out of helping somebody. It's a great thing to do, I think. For any of you that are out there doing something, just be nice, just be kind, and try and help someone. Rob Green says, was it Greentop? I'll send it to... So yeah, Rob, it is info@greentoplandscapes.co.uk. You can go to the website, which is www.greentoplandscapes.co.uk, or the email is info@greentoplandscapes.co.uk. I'll send some in the stream. It's a mess. Well, I want to see, Rob. I want to see what it is. Doesn't matter what it is. You know, it's amazing, isn't it? When sometimes when we go on a project and we look at it and then we see it as a mess, or when we start working, it starts to become a mess. But it's a working mess. It's an controlled environment. It's organized chaos. But then sooner or later, it does get better, doesn't it? She heard you say that. Good morning to Paul. Paul, I forgot your mum's name. I can't remember your mum's name. Sicker Life says, clean it. Cleanse it, cleans it. I don't know. GM Landscapes and Design. Morning, John. Is it Grant or what? Sorry, just reading the message there. GM Landscapes. Listen, guys, as you join the live stream, just say where you are, where you're from, because it may be the case that there may be somebody watching in your area that's looking for a contractor and that needs some advice. JB, you're an asset to the profession. Well, do you know, Steve, I actually get things wrong on a regular basis, but what we got to try and do, you know, and I did for years, not bad things, not horrific things, like, you know, but the difference is being prepared to deal with your problems and put things right if you do have a hiccup. Hey guys, you know, when we look at what we're doing as landscapers, have you ever thought, any of you, the ones of you that are in business, the ones of you that are landscapers, Carl Button says, good morning, JB. Good morning, mate. How's it going? Is that we're entrepreneurs, aren't we? Really, when you actually think what we're doing, we're entrepreneurs. And what is an entrepreneur? Well, an entrepreneur, right, is somebody that wants to do something for themselves. You know, when we work for somebody, it's at the start, when we work for somebody, it's quite easy, isn't it? But as the years go on, it becomes harder because you probably start to have those regrets that you never went by yourself. And as from an entrepreneur side, it's hard at the start. It's hard. It's massively hard at the start to start a business. And I take my hat off to anybody that is actually thinking of starting a business, whether it's a landscape business. The thing that we know about landscaping is, without a shadow of a doubt, the thing that we know about landscaping, it is not easy when working in the weather conditions that we experience on a day-to-day basis. Father-in-law here, AFK. I'm not sure. Can somebody tell me what AFK means? Grant Jones, GM Landscapes. Sorry, Grant. There we are. Grant, how's your leg? How's your knee? How you doing, mate? Are you still up in bed at the moment? Grant, you'll have to forgive me when I see names. There are so many names out there. If I was so good at remembering names, I'd probably be a farmer and remember all the names of the sheep that they have on the farm. Richard Davis says, father-in-law AFK. I'd love to know what that actually means. Away from the keyboard. Well, I didn't even know that. Away from the keyboard. Keep it running, Rich. We want to know what your father-in-law's name is. Getting things wrong is only human, says Lee. It is, but it's what we do about it, isn't it? I was hoping that we'd get a caller in this morning, and they were booked in, but unfortunately, I phoned them this morning and they haven't phoned back, which is a shame, really, because I'd love one of you guys to call in this morning. If you want to call in this morning, the number is 07795664002. If you're brave enough to call me this morning, just give us a call and we'd accept your call. And let's have a chat. It's 07795664002. It's absolute chaos here at the moment, but I wouldn't have it any other way. What we do at the moment is that we do talk about current affairs and what's actually going on, and one of it is, of course, the price of diesel at the moment and the cost of diesel. It's absolutely horrific, isn't it? It's such a I mean, to sort of, when we actually think of the diesel, really, we're nearly doubling up on what we're using. And when we go to some of those service stations out there, they are charging a lot more, maybe 209 a gallon, a litre rather, 209, 207. Can you tell me what you paying for your diesel in your area? That's what I want to know. And we got a lot of people walking by. I tell you, there's another one gone there again. It's absolutely chaos here this morning. But like I said, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm good. I have a subject I am interested in: investment in electric vehicle for work over diesel vehicles. Interesting point. I seen Asheville in London the other day with a lorry, and I didn't watch the old vlog on it, but it is coming in, isn't it? It is happening. And, I'm glad that Grant actually mentioned that, because the price of diesel is going through the roof. Are they doing it to try and push people towards more electric cars? I see Elon Musk talking the other day that I think in America, in a year or whatever, I don't know if you've got the stats, tell me, but he sold 350,000 electric cars in comparison to GM Motors that sold about 20,000. So he's selling a lot more. It's the battery problem, isn't it? The old battery problem that's causing probably the people's hesitance to whether they should get one or not. I would have one without a drop of a hat, but I'm not sure how long it would last, and certainly on that journey at the moment where we're making, we probably have to go and fuel up somewhere, charge up, and next thing you know, we wouldn't be getting to the job probably to about 10 o'clock. I wish they stopped walking past the window at the moment. Maybe I'll shut the blinds. Diesel 197.9, says Steve. 197. Steve, on the service at junction 47 at Swansea, there's some services there. It's 209 or 208, somewhere around there. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I think Grant's made a good point this morning. Andy Groundworks, good morning. Hope all is well. Good morning, Leaf, there from Liverpool. Hope you're doing good. Just let you know that your disc cutter is here. I've got your disc cutter. The big FLB, Lee says 205 a litre diesel in Dartford area. Ridiculous, yeah, massively. When I actually think, I used to go to Tesco's and I'd pay at the pump, and it used to cost me about, I could never get no more, because on your card, you're contactless, you can never get no more than £99, and they'd let you have £99, and that was always enough. £99, it'd fuel up, no problem at all. And now it's 140, 130, 140 pound, absolutely ridiculous. I think it's partly trying to push green, says Steve. Yeah. Are they partly trying to do it, or is there a massive push in this direction? Steve, what do you actually think? Are they really going in that way? Well, look who's joined us, Henry Flint from Elite Stone Tools. Good to have you on here. Henry, we've had a little bit of a conversation about the binding and the build-up of diamond tip blades and what you need to do to clean the binding out and running it through a different stone. Somebody told me now that we should be using not the Indian sandstone, but another sandstone, another product rather than the Indian sandstone, because it doesn't tend to clean it out a little bit. What's your views on that? If you want to come back with something, it'd be good to hear of you. If any of you at the moment are looking for diamond tip blades for any of your cutting materials, whatever you're cutting, the man himself is on here this morning. So just drop him a message. Henry, it'd be good to get a link to your website, so if anybody's looking for blades, they can go on there and have a look. Grant from GM Landscapes and Design, just let you know, Grant is actually off at the moment with a bad knee. He's had an operation. I hope you don't mind me saying that, Grant, but people need to know. He says, I run a pickup at £260 HP a month, and at last month was 680 in diesel. It's incredible, isn't it? Look at that. So I'm running a pickup at £260 HP a month, and last month was £680 in diesel a month. So we'll be cheaper to pay higher HP and green vehicle or lease over conventional vehicle. That's interesting. How many times, see what Grant's done there, he's picked up and he's looked at the maths, isn't it? How many of us as business people that are in business, how often do we actually look at the maths? I'm not sure whether it'd be good for me at the moment, Grant, because I'm traveling such a long way, but yeah, we need to look at it, don't we? Andy says, yeah, cheers, we'll have to come and pick it up. No problem at all, be good to see you. Paul Goodchild says, Merc Sprinter Electric, 96 miles. Here we go. This is what I like about our Paul Goodchild. Paul, I forgot the name of your mum. You need to tell me. He says, Merc Sprinter Electric, 96 miles payload at half diesel, 775 kg, Volkswagen Crafter mileage. Look at this. Look. Just everybody, just have a little look now to what Paul's done there. Absolutely brilliant, really, isn't it? This is what this channel's about. And I know that's what Paul does on a regular basis. He comes back with the stats. Let me just read again. Merc Sprinter Electric, 96 miles, payload, half diesel one, 775 kg. Volkswagen Crafter mileage, 74 miles. Think hydrogen be better, same as diesel, and can tow trailers where batteries can. That's the thing, you see, you know, Paul, what you've picked up is, because I've got a trailer, I've got a digger as well, like, you know, but, you know, it's like, I think you just got to weigh up all the figures and all the numbers and start looking at it. It can actually be a total minefield, can't it? You know, massive minefield. Lee says, Henry, what is the best blade for cutting pink granite sets? Well, Henry has a new blade now, Lee. It's a black blade. Let me just see if I can get Elite Stone Tools up on here at the moment, because I'm going to share the link this morning. This is what I was doing. I forget to do it. Elite Stone Tools. And I'm going to try and share some links. Let's see if we can get it on there and share the link with you guys now. There's his new black blade on there. And that's for harder materials. But do you know, for some reason, people always think that granite is actually, let's just get that. They think that, there we are, look at that. There's the new black one there. They all think that granite is actually hard, but it's quite soft. And that's what my understanding is. Granite isn't so hard as probably what you think it is. Good morning, Thelma. I hope you're doing well. You be careful on those ladders when you're cutting that hedge as well. So just say good morning to Thelma, sign into chat. Next, let's just try and get that on there. I'm not signed in at the moment. I can't do it for some reason. I don't want the password. Let me see if I can get the password. Bear with me a sec at the moment, because there. Look, I know what it is. Bear with me 1 second. I'm going to try and share this link to you, but I just had to sign in first. There we are. We're on there now. Let's just pause that for a moment. Let's just go back to the live stream. We're signed in now. 1 second. Bear with me. I've got that link that I want to share to Henry's. Let's have a look now. No, for some reason, let me just, this is Henry's blades. I'm going to try and share that with you. Bear with me a sec. Oh, Butterfingers this morning. Let's see if I can get it on there so you can actually see it. I did the other week. There we are. There's Henry's blades there. That's the black one. You'll be able to have a look on there at the moment. Henry says you get different types of granite. Chinese tends to be softer compared to Scottish, which is very hard. There we are. This is the thing, isn't it? Granite, you know, and this is what I was just actually saying, is that not all granites are actually hard, and Henry's confirmed that Chinese tends to be softer compared with Scottish, which is very, very hard. Henry, have you used some of the Scottish product? Be interesting to know. There you are. Grant, thanks very much for sharing that. You're quicker than I am this morning. Look, guys, it's good having you on here this morning. Welcome to Saturday Morning Live. We're going to stay with it for a while. I was hoping to get a caller on this morning, but we didn't get the caller on for whatever reason. It doesn't really matter. But welcome. You're here now. Stay with it, because this will go out later on. I just got to get rid of that at the moment. We'll stay with that because that's on catch up. So we've got a few people joining on. It's the Saturday Morning Live, and we're building a community. It's growing on a regular basis. 22 live viewers. We've got 17 likes. Come on, guys, get on there and hit the like button. And if anybody can tell them how to do it, you can do that now. So welcome this morning. We had a bit of a problem this morning. We couldn't get into the studio simply because we hadn't had the Ethernet cable set up in there now. We've got it in here, hard cable to the studio. We'll be able to run that soon. Look, we said last week that we were going to give something away, and we're going to give one of these away. So it's there, it's waiting. Just bear with us to the end of this live stream, and then we're going to announce the winner of that suction cup. But remember, we've got an auger set behind us. Let me just put it over here at the moment. You can have a little look. And remember, if you've got any topics of conversation, keep them coming, because we want to hear all about you. There we are. We've got this Vaunt auger set. Comes in a nice little set. We're going to announce the winner of this next week, okay? This is not clickbait. This is off me giving back to you. This is not off a supplier. This is a auger clickbait. Well, it did. It came off ITS originally. But there we are. It's mine, but I'm going to give it away. It's a little bit dusty on the back, but never been used. It's not secondhand. But we're going to give this auger, I don't know, how long would you say they are? I wonder if anybody can actually tell me how long these are. That'd be interesting. That might be an idea to sort of see who actually wins this. But there we are. We can give this auger set away. It's over there, over yonder. Let's get it up there. You can have a look. Set it in the background so you can actually see it. And it's a little teaser. We're going to announce the winner of that. There you are. Next week. There we are. Next week, we're going to announce the winner of that 18 inches. Do you know, if I had a tape, I'd measure that now, but I haven't got a tape here, so I think you won't be far off. You won't be far off, but anyway, we'll find out what it is. Phil James says, what's the best artificial grass for a small area, about 25 square meters? Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Phil James, because it just so happens I actually know a company that probably give you the best service he wishes. No getting rude on this channel. Phil James, what I'm going to do, and this is how it works. This is what we do on this channel, okay? And just bear with me, because I'm doing my best at the moment to try and keep up with the technology and keep up with the conversation. The company I actually deal with is a company called Tudor Grass in Manchester. And it's run by Nick and Chris Tudor. And if you go on there, Phil, and they may be there today, they work their socks off. There we are. That's Tudor Grass. That's for Phil James. And if you mention me, Phil, you probably get a 10% discount. Get on there. But probably the best service that you'll ever have. The best service. If they say it's going to be there, it'll be there. And if it's not there, it's for a genuine reason. Their service is second to none. So get on there. Tudor Grass, if you're looking for artificial grass, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but because of the environment, etc. But I've got a real argument about that, is when we look at about how many mowers and the fuel that we use and we consume to cut our lawns and the chemicals that we put on our lawn, I think they need to readdress about what's good for the earth and what's not bad, what's bad for the earth. And you've got to remember, you can recycle a lot of artificial grass as well. Not everybody will agree with me on that, but it's fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Yeah, so get on there, have a look. Andy Grant works, he wishes. Yeah, you better stop that, Grant. You're getting bored there, led there with your knee in a cast. Lee says, Henry, I will check the website and make an order. Thank you. There we are. This is how it works. Paul Goodchild says, Ben Pope birthday today from Garden Rescue. Just come up on my Facebook. Yeah, it is. Do you know, Paul, you are a mind of information for those of you. We had Ben Pope on this live stream a few weeks ago. Ben is one of the landscapers, or the landscaper, with a number of other guys that actually build the garden rescue gardens across the country. And I may be on one soon, not on the TV, but just going along there and seeing what the guys do and see if we can do a bit of a vlog on there. Check him out, Phil James, and speak to Chris or Nicola. Be good. No problem at all. But just tell them, just mention Johnyboy, you may be able to get that discount. This is the thing, isn't it, right? Because of you guys, because of the viewers of this live stream, because of the people that watch this later, all right, they will have the benefit of these live streams. They'll know where to get product. They know which is the best service. They'll get the feedback off a community that speaks highly, for example, of Henry's Blades. And there is no better service than Henry. Henry, I got to tell you now, when the first thing I looked for when I opened my package was I was looking for those sweets, and I ate the wine gums pretty fast. There were still plenty in there, but then they disappeared, and nobody's admitted since to having them. So many thanks for that. Really appreciate it. And we'll try and get to use that that black blade soon with a bit of luck. So, but I will be talking about the blade soon. Thanks for joining this morning, Henry. I really appreciate your feedback. Lee says, I've got 3 large dogs and I'm finding the smell of urine is terrible on the artificial grass. What's the best product for cleaning it? Any idea? Well, I tell you now, Lee, I would, and I understand that I've got 4 little dogs, but I clean my lawn on a regular basis. Some of the artificial grass companies, and I know that Tudor Grass do it, they do this product. It actually smells like freshly cut grass. But I don't think there's anything better than the smell of disinfectant. I love the smell of disinfectant. It is massively addictive for me. I think I've got a problem. But I get out there on a regular basis and I soak the lawn, I get some disinfectant on there. And the thing is, you know, that's the point. You know, a dog can ruin our lawn. And that's why sometimes artificial grass is good in some respect, because some people will want a dog. They can't cut the grass, but the dog is company. So there's lots of things about this sort of thing. I don't want to get too involved in it, and go into it too much. But there are good things about artificial grass. It's not all doom and gloom, and sometimes nature surprises us in the most strangest ways. So you know, nature is strong. It's tough. I remember many years ago down in Cardiff Bay, they built the barrage, and they said that the wildlife would go, the birds would go, because they've got this bay and it wasn't natural, etc. And as a result of it, they had an infestation of spiders, these water spiders on the surface of the water in Cardiff Bay. And as a result of that, the birds came back. Yeah, and it was just absolutely incredible. Like, you know, to see the wildlife down there is incredible. So just because we're using artificial grass, I think it not necessarily is that bad. We know that plastic can be bad, but the thing is, at the moment, until they start finding other alternatives, we're using plastic on a regular basis, aren't we? As long as it can be recycled, it's absolutely fine. And I think sometimes when we look at, that's why we've got electric. And when we think of in the summer, the fumes that are created because of the petrol that's being used and the oil that's being used in mowers is just unbelievable. Like, you know, and to make them and to move it around, when that grass goes down, artificial grass, you know, it's there for 15 years. And do I like real grass? Of course I do, but I think it does have its places. Gareth Williams joined us. Gareth Williams, good to see you on it, bud. Message gone there. Daniel Early, welcome, Daniel. Hope you're good. Hey, we're getting through this morning. 20 live viewers. We're having a conversation. Maybe there's things I'm saying that you don't like, but maybe there's some things that I'm saying that you do like. But the fact is, whether you like it, whether you don't like it, you've joined this live stream. So welcome aboard. If you've got anything to say, now's the time to voice it. You can say it later as well. But share your opinions with the other members of the group. It's good to have you on here. Daniel Early says, majority of the time, the smell of urine on artificial grass is down to poor installation. For example, using either a sand fill or sand on top of the MOT Type 1 instead of grano test. Well, there you are, Dan. I get that, and I understand it, and I thank you very much for sharing that, Daniel Hurley, because you've obviously nipped that in the bud, and there you are, Lee. There's your answer to that. We actually got to think about what's on top. The sand fill could be an absolute problem because weeds will grow into it, and it does smell. We know it smells. That you've got to get the drainage right. Garth Williams says, "Morning, Johnny and Alison. I'm glad." There we are. If you want to say good morning to Alison now, all of you, because she'd appreciate that. And yeah, give us a big thumbs up for all of you now, for Alison, because this live stream wouldn't be here without her. So many thanks, Alison, my wife, my lovely wife, this morning for helping me out this morning, spending so much time to get this podcast out here. Garth Williams says, "Morning, Johnny. I'm working today and missed your live, but turned into a like." No problem at all. Garth, that's no problem at all. Good to have you on here. Lee says, "I'm disabled, so went for the artificial grass for lower maintenance, thinking not any easy." Yeah, there we are. Lee, our thoughts go out with you, and that's why it works perfectly for you. So we're getting close to that time now, aren't we? We installed using Type 1 and grano dust on top. That's absolutely fine. You can still keep it clean. Got a lot of people walking by out there this morning. It's like the M5. Look, we're getting near that time now where we're going to announce the winner of this suction cup. Thank you all for joining this morning. You've got 20 likes, 14 people that joined. It's such a shame that I wasn't in the studio, because I wanted to show you so much in the studio, because there's so much in there to show you, to talk about. We've got a big whiteboard up there, and there's lots of things that happened on there, but we will get it right. These things just take time, don't they? Rome wasn't big, it was a ball. What's wrong with these? Rome wasn't built in a day, was it? Like, was they born in a day? What's wrong with me? Steve says, "Morning, Alison. Good work." There we are. There's at least one person that's responded. Thank you for that, Steve. Really, really appreciate it. We are going to announce the winner of this. And just before you all go, Paul Goodchild says, "Morning, Alison." She really appreciate that, Paul. Thank you very much. And if I forget things, guys, you just got to remind me of it. I don't remember everything. You've all stayed with it this morning. We're going to have a look at the algorithms later, and just have a look when it peaked and when it dropped off. And we want some feedback off you. If you've got any feedback, how the live streams can be better, just let us know. We was hoping to have a caller in this morning, but unfortunately it didn't happen for whatever reason, technical reasons, whether they couldn't turn up or not, it doesn't matter. But the point is, we're here now as a community, and we're here to help each other. Garth Williams says, "Keep up the great work, Johnny. Was watching some of your vids yesterday, and your work is top notch." Well, I'll tell you something now, Garth. My work is half decent now, but in the past, when I started out, it is improving. It's improving because of you guys and YouTube in itself. DG Services, artificial grass specialist. We offer a 6-month warranty or yearly maintenance on our artificial grass. We use a fabric cleaner. We then do a full power brush to foam up everything, then vacuum with a wet hoover. Look at how thorough. Look how thorough DG Services. I love that. How many companies do you think actually offer that services? We then add a cleaner similar to what Johnny has mentioned. Love it. Absolutely love it. This is what happens on these live streams, is that somebody will pose a question. I haven't always got the answer for it. I can overview it and I can explain things, but there we are. DG Services tell you all about that. Look, listen, share your link. We want to know who you are, where you're from, and what you're doing. We want to know, what you're about. We need to know a little bit more about you. Been a great live stream this morning. Such a shame we didn't have our caller on this morning, but it's just the way it is, isn't it? Lee says it's nice to chat with like-minded folk. Keep things simple, JB. Yeah, we will. Well, look, listen. Without any further ado, it's got to be said. The winner. Okay, the winner of the drum roll. I wonder if we could get a drum roll on here. Let's see if we can get a drum roll on here, and then we're going to announce the winner. Bit of fun, bit of theatre. We'll be able to have all of that when we actually start doing the live streams from the studio. Here we go. The winner of the Ruby vacuum suction cup. And 50 minutes is Lee. The big FLB. Lee, you have won the suction cup. Send me your address. info@greentoplandscapes.co.uk. The suction cup is yours. 20 live viewers. Did you like let's that again? There we are. So Lee, you have won the suction cup. But don't forget, mind, there's a chance for someone else to win next week. Let's just get that on there now. Just go back to the live stream, start reading. I'm trying Jay's Fluid this weekend. Can you still get Jay's Fluid? Andy Curry says, thanks for all your advice, JB. A great confidence boost. Listen, you don't need the confidence boost, Andy. You're on it. There we are. Oh, wow. Thank you, JB. There we are. It's gone to Lee. And Lee, you're not going to be winning for a while now. I know that. I'm Marty, Derry, Northern Ireland. We mainly do artificial grass and hard landscaping. As I was saying earlier on, Marty, thanks very much for joining. I love the guys in Northern Ireland. Such a great attitude, and had a bit of fun when I went out there. Sick eyes. Well done, mate, says Lee. Look, next week we're going to be giving away that auger kit to somebody. So it all depends on how and what I want to see. I tell you what I want to see. Whoever is going to win this is going to send me some really nice pictures again on email. Okay, info@greentoplandscapes. That's how you enter. This is what it's about. It's about making an effort and the interaction. Drop me an email, info@greentoplandscapes, and just send me your best picture. It doesn't have to be about landscaping. Just send me a picture of your best picture. I want to see it. I've never had a drum roll, JP. Let's just do it again there for Lee. There's a drum roll. There's the drum roll. Thanks for joining this morning for Saturday Morning Live. Just going to read what people says. Have a good week, work, or see you when we're older, says Steve. Hey, treat those lads good, Steve. Paul Goodjaw says, we got fancy furniture, fibre internet, not copper cable anymore. I used to disinfectant as cleaner. 22 years at school. There we are, disinfectant's good. 22 live viewers. That's enough for me. 21 likes. Wouldn't it be nice if I could just sit here for like 10 seconds and maybe we'll do the drum roll to get one more like? We got it. We got it. All right, look, thanks very much for joining. Lee says, I don't come on for prizes, JB, just the crack and quality chat, mate. Thank you. Listen, I know you don't, Lee. I know you don't come out, but that's for you. Your interaction on the group is absolutely second to none, so I really appreciate it. We're going to give that auger kit away next week, right? So get on it. Drop me an email, info@greentoplandscapes.co.uk. Info, let me just get it on there now so you can actually get it. Let's just put it on there. Info, where's that? There we are. greentop.co.uk. There we are. There we go. Drop me in. There it is. You can see it now. If you can copy and paste that, get it into your email. 23 likes, absolutely fantastic. And Lee, I know you never come on here for that, mate, and but you've won it, and I really, really appreciate it. Start sending me some more pictures because we're going to give away this auger kit next week. This is not about giving away in prizes, but it's just me trying to show my appreciation to you guys for joining this live stream. Remember, right, try and be safe. Whatever you do, do well. It's so important, and always try and remain focused on what you're doing. Have confidence in yourself, okay? 2 things that you need to learn in life, and I always talk about this. 24 likes I see. I see 23, Andy Curry. Did you see the pics of my project? Lee, I did see the picture of your project. 23 I see it. They were very good. And I have looked at them. I look at everything. I'll just WhatsApp you, mate. No good with technology, says Steve. No problem at all, mate. Just keep sending those in. 2 things that you need in life, isn't it? That I'll leave you with this little thought for the day. There's 2 things. It's commitment and consistency. If you don't have commitment, you won't start. And if you don't have consistency, you won't finish. It's as simple as that. Thanks for joining. See you soon. Be safe. Love you guys. Really, really appreciate it. And see you next week. Get your questions ready for next week. And if you want to join the live stream, just drop me an email. You see the email on there. There we are. Stay safe. Be lucky. Bye-bye.